Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. I am here in Scarhold, and with me is Botu's Frostblood, who I'm speaking with in the behest of Durin. Hello.
This Durin is young and brash, and I know his sort.
Oh, it's you. I heard that the son of Thorn has come to Scarhold bearing a drake teeth and burning scales, hatchling wings and worm hides. As if that proves anything to me. Did he slay these creatures, or did you, Pineleaf? He is young and brash, and I know his sort. A king's son, dreaming of glory, but unable to attain it. He's soft. The lands of my people are harsh and cruel, and he would not long last in the harsh lands. Durin, I see the arrogance of the Longbeards in that name. Thorn's a fool to aim so high. But you are different, Pineleaf, and I welcome you to Scarhold without reservation. Make yourself home here, and meet with my chieftains. Look for Enoch, Kopat, and Dobroch in the upper levels of Scarhold and in the keep. Alright, so I need to find these various people and speak with them. Let's see, is this one of them up here, or is this somebody completely different? Well, obviously it's somebody who is up here. Ah, yes, here we are. Enoch eyes the siege defenses with disapproval. Yes, so these are supposed to be the defenses. See, it looks like we've got ballistas here. All right. Well, you look disappointed. Are you here for sightseeing or for helping us, Hobbit? Yes, I remember you and your companions speaking with Botus before we crossed the Grey Mountains. What can you tell me of this Durin? He tried to stop us from entering into the Dalelands, but when Bortus refused to heed his warning, he did nothing. That is a sign of weakness. His father must be very disappointed in him. I'm proud to count myself among the Joruka, for we reinforce our position with actions, not with empty words. Let other dwarves waggle their beards in discussion, and while they speak, the Joruka will take what they want. I will tell you no falsehoods. Sometimes the creed causes others to resent the Joruka. Botus knows this, and he commanded me to inspect the defenses of the fortress. Sadly, I must report that this equipment is not satisfactory and will require some work, if it is to make it be war-worthy. Well, interesting angles that these are fighting at. This means that they are fighting against people who are coming in from all sides. But then again, they're probably designed to be used against dragons, I guess, who can come from all sides. Here is Dobrok, who is at the edge of this place, and it looks like there's a pretty long drop over here. Any trouble?
Watch your footing. It is a long way to the very floor below.
And if you're not careful, you might find yourself taking a very fast way down. Most are not as sure-footed as Dobro. I'm a hobbit. Sure-footed is part of our name. Far away to the east are the lands from which my people came, past the mountains and to others beyond. Many were the hardships we endured there, and the sum of them made the Joruka slow to smile and wary of strangers. But it also made us hardy and tough, and protective of the things that we hold dear. I say we came from the east, and that is true. But that is not the home for which we have spent so many lifetimes searching. How many kings of the Joruka have sought for such a home in these very mountains? How many more will follow us for that purpose? Debroch cannot say. Debroch cannot say. Well then, I suppose we should go into the keep and check out that area. Here is Kopat. Kopat assists his brethren with establishing a crafting facilities in the keep. Alright. Hello?
It has been many hundreds of years since any dwarves lived in this place.
But the signs of each previous habitation are there if you know what to look for. To the Longbeards, this was Tharazar, and they stocked the keep with the metals that they prized and the equipment they needed to defend it. When my people first dwelt here, they gave it the name Brugrad, and they had their eyes set upon larger and more wealthy cities, and did not intend to remain long. It was a useful foothold, but it has proved a tenuous one. Many Jorukas set out from Brugrad in search for the fabled, the Far Gothol, but those who returned did so only with disappointment. And at last there came a day when the returners came back to a fallen fortress. None can say how long the dwarves fought against the dragons, but in the end none called it Brugrad any longer. Now the ruins are named only in the Western speech, and the heart of every true Joruka scholar mourns, knowing that what was lost when the name became Scarhold. Scarhold. Well, what does Durin have to say about that? I think I heard him come up this way. Yeah, here he is.
I delivered our trophies to Boltu's Frostblood, and he seemed quite impressed.
Maybe I better not tell him. Yes, he was charged me with cataloging supplies here in the keep, and I have agreed. This work is not well suited for one of my lineage, of course, but I understand the need for it, and want to encourage cooperation between the Longbeards and the Joruka here in Scarhall. This work will bear fruit in the long run, I'm sure. Oh, wait, did you hear that? There's a commotion of some sort outside. We should go and see what's happening. Alright. I'll go and find out what is going on. I just hope it's not a dragon attack, right? Quite a gathering over here. A crowd of dwarves surrounds a wounded Joruka.
He must have seen me.
I thought I was not observed, but he must have seen me. The blades flew faster than I could have expected. Oh! One of the nearby dwarves asked, who was it that did this to him?
It was he of the terrible mask, the weeping warrior.
The Weeping Warrior, Karazgar. Yes, the Weeping Warrior held a knife to my throat and gave me a message. Karazgar wants to speak to Botus. Karazgar wants to speak to Botus. And what does Botus have to say in return? Well,
The weeping warrior is known to us, even in the distant lands from which we came.
before today, Vutro was one of our finest scouts, able to outrun even the west wind. Alas for Futro, this wound will keep him from the wild lands. A scout that cannot walk in the wilderness is of no use to me or to my people. The Weeping Warrior is known to us, even in the distant lands from which we came. His reputation for cruelty is unmatched. He has long had designs on the north, and has troubled both Longbeards and Joruka in pursuit of it. And now he's been troubling me of late also. Even so, I do not fear him. I will bring a small force of my finest warriors for two purposes: as a wise exercise of caution, and also as a demonstration of our power. Perhaps Karazgar will decide he does not wish to oppose the Joruka in these mountains and will leave us in peace. Are we talking about the same Karazgar? I will have that you come with us, Pineleaf, but your friend Deerin must remain behind. I gave him a task suited for his abilities, and at any rate, this meeting will be too dangerous for an unproven king's son. Oh, my goodness gracious. He is not really impressed with Durin, is he?
This is near the location where Vutro encountered the Weeping Warrior. Where then has he gone?
Remain on your guard, my warriors, and keep a watch for Karazgar. He will not surprise us as he surprised Vutro. All right. Good to hear. Come, my warriors. Karazgar slowed the west wind. Now my axe thirsts for Karazgar's blood. He thinks he can intimidate us? Ha! Perhaps he can scare Longbeards, but he knows little of our people. Yes. The Joruka are fire force. He's right behind us. He's listening in on us. You do that. Let him learn at his peril. I'm sure he's listening to every word you say. Hi there. Oh, one of you at least has eyes. Do you lead this band of dwarves? What is this, Karazgar? I do. My name is Botus Frostblood, proud warrior of the Joruka. I have an offer for you, Joruka. You would do well to accept it. I will accept no offer of yours, Karazgar, unless it be for your surrender. You have never known a creature such as me, Botus Frostblood. Consider your words carefully, or you will die for them. Ha! Listen to this braggart. My warriors, listen to him. It may take more than one man in a mask to frighten me, Karazgar. This is my offer. I claim lordship of the lands north of the great forest. The Lonely Mountain and the Iron Hills are mine. Ha! The Longbeards will never accept that. These gray mountains belong to me also. I will allow you to live if you depart in peace. Ridiculous! You came from the eastern lands, yes? Return to them and live. I reject your offer, Karazgar. I reject it and all your claims. Come hither, Pineleaf. Uh-oh. Yeah? I know of you and would see you more closely. Uh-huh. I have taken the measure of these Yoruka, but you're a curiosity to me. There is a smell about your Pineleaf. The odor of all your kind. What, hobbits? But there is something else too. The reek of subservience. I know the master that you serve. I have cast off the shackles that once bound me, and now I shall take what is mine. Why should you not do the same? Think on it, Pineleaf. This is the last time I'll ask this, Joruka. Abandon these lands to me, or be destroyed. I refuse. The North belongs to me and my people. Very well. I make you 3 promises. 3 promises. 3 times will I come to your fortress. 3 times will I rain vengeance upon your people. When last I step upon the threshold, no doors will remain to oppose me. You don't frighten me, Karazgar. No. No? Then I will weep for you. Bah! Well, what do you say about that? Karazgar speaks nonsense. He is one man, too cowardly to show his face. Without his fell master, he's nothing. Let him come to Scarhold once, twice, thrice, it matters not how often. That Zelruka shall make him regret the visits. Aye, even the Longbeards will oppose him. Yes, I am sure they will. I'm sure that now that we are not in front of Karazgar, that he'll be even more bold on the matter.
Karazgar thinks to frighten us with words, but he overestimates their power.
Have I not told you that words mean little to me, and only actions earn my respect? Let Karazgar speak. We will blunt his words with hammers, and cut his intentions with our axes. The Delruka will prevail. Well then, he is quite
Even
nurse.
So, I do not think Karazgar's words are without meaning.
Karazgar will attack Scarhold as he promised, and we will need to repel him. Go to your friend Durin inside the keep and help him assess our equipment. I want to ensure that we have weapons and armor enough for my Joruka when Karazgar does attack. Alright. We shall get ready because we are sure that Karazgar will try to keep his promises. I guess Karazgar needs 3 attacks because the first one will just try to test the defenses here. And we need to be ready so that we pass that test and he stays away from those second and third promises.
We must prepare for Karazgar to attack at any moment.
Yes. Is it true that Karazgar has promised to assault us 3 times? This inventory of the supplies has become much more important than it was mere hours ago. Have you come to assist me? I would appreciate it if you would tally the weapons and armor that contained in the side rooms and to inspect the siege defenses outside the keep. We need to know what deserves the most attention if we are to prepare for Karazgar's return. Alright, so tally up the weapons, tally up the armor, and quality of the sieges. And we've already seen that the Joruka are not exactly impressed with the siege equipment. At least that was the impression that I was given. So let's see what we got here. Stored armor. Right. And here's some armor. We can only hope that this stuff is in good shape rather than rusted or anything else like that. Oh, this looks like it wasn't stored very well, this particular set. Now let's check some weapons. Here's some. Yes. A few more. I think there are also some provisions here. Well, that'll be good. Now let's take a closer look at these defenses. Let's have a look at this. Alright, well, looks like being outside all these years without anyone tending to them is not been very good to them, but I suppose that's to be expected. It's not like it's grand stonework or anything like that. There's only so much you can do here, and so much these are going to do, because I am sure that Karasgar is going to have some nasty friends with him if he's still dealing with dragons. Well, I think you may report to Durin. These defenses aren't in very good shape.
The siege defenses seemed in a poor state, even to my casual eye.
Speak with some of the crafters here in the keep and see if they can repair the ballistae or produce a greater supply of heavy arrows to be set with them. I hold no authority over these dwarves, but I hope that they will understand the importance of these suggestions. My teachers impressed upon me the need for suitable preparations. It is much better to mourn the lost time after a victory than to mourn a lost battle. Well, let's see what these crafters have to say. Have time to fix a ballista or two? I will do what I can. Why is the mountain shaking? There seems to be a problem here.
Did you feel that? What is happening?
I don't know. I don't think it's good news. Well, this does not sound like good news, especially if it has anything to do with Karasgar. Do you know what's happening?
Has the Weeping Warrior worked some sorcery upon us?
Yes, the mountain shakes as if caught in a great gale. Well, dragons?
Tell Durin that even he must fight.
Are you ready? Tell Durin that he must fight. If Karasgar is behind this, we will make him regret it. Has Karasgar come to keep his first promise? And will he regret it? We'll find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.